Sorry about the cutoff, ladies and gents. For the last one, I'm gonna recap that. Last portion, I was talking about Tiger Woods. He is part of the AT&T Invitational in the Philly area this weekend. He just teed off on a practice round this afternoon. And he's no longer hosting it. However, he was originally the host, but because of everything that went on, that's probably why. Elin, however, is making out big with that divorce deal that's almost finalized. According to a newspaper in London, she's supposed to get over $700 million. And apparently another clause is that Tiger cannot take the kids around any other women. I mean, he's got to move on with his life. She's got to move on. Why have that clause to restrict him? I mean, it's understood that you don't want to have the kids see another woman in, or have another woman in their life due to this impact of the past and everything else. But you also have to realize, yeah, daddy has to do his thing, mommy has to do their thing. So if mommy's gonna have other guys around, then daddy should be able to have other gals around. But yeah, I don't know. I think once everything's all down, it'll blow over just like everything else, and everything will be hunky-dory. Right now, John and Kate thing, that's probably still fresh in everyone's mind. Plus, they got 8 kids. I mean, when you got 8 kids, both of them were part of the TV show. Well, all 10 of them were part of the TV show. John and Kate plus 8. Now it's just Kate plus 8. John's not even in it. I mean, it's this whole the whole marriage thing has. I'm kind of going a moral viewpoint here. Morals have definitely fallen off the map quite a bit here in the States. Well, in the world in general. But in the States, definitely, because you look and you want to have a good, solid foundation for your marriage. And if it's someone that you don't truly love, then why be in it? Just because she's a model and beautiful doesn't mean she's the right person. You look at personality, you don't look at, because beauty is only skin deep. And if you look at beauty from the outside, then you don't know the person's heart. And that's kind of one thing I like to buck the trend on, because granted, I'm not the best looking. I got a missing tooth. My hair's disheveled half the time, as you can see. My beard isn't trimmed like most. I let it go half the time on the sides. But, I mean, you want to have someone who's gonna care for you. You don't want to have someone who's gonna be like, oh, it's 2 years, I'm done with you, I'm moving on to the next person. And it's just a cycle, the vicious cycle of depressed women or depressed guys that just continues because you can't find that person. that you want to spend time with. However, there needs to be that line drawn that is supposed to be, the line of not crossing, where, okay, you're my wife, you're my one and only. I'm not going to cross this line to be with this person who may be beautiful and attractive, but I've made a vow saying, till death do us part. Because once death hits, then we're no longer married. Once we go up to heaven, we're no longer married. We're married to Christ. We're not married to a person. Sure, we'll still love them and care for them, however, everyone's each individual being up in heaven. And that is pretty much my preaching moment. One of the rare times on the Mikey Report, it's definitely a unique difference that I decided to go with, because apparently I did have a lot to say. And like I said, like I put in the annotation in the last video, I'm on Dr. Pepper, so I am hyper. I'm actually looking at 2 large Dr. Peppers. One of them I drink out of, the other one I haven't yet. And I've had them since, I don't know, 10 o'clock. So, yeah, it takes me a while. Plus, I like to savor my Dr. Pepper. But, that's beside the point. I have my soapbox about marriage and what I feel about it. If you'd like to comment about it, please be nice about it. No vulgarity, because I will not be happy if there's vulgarity. But comments, suggestions on what you'd like to hear, either in the way of news, weather, sports, or if you want to hear more soapboxes like this, or maybe something more of the entertainment style, like if you want me to go kind of like Philip DeFranco, or Extra, or Access Hollywood type. But I'm more or less like nightly news, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, that kind of deal. So, that's it for tonight. Tonight, June 30th, or July 1st. It's July 1st calendar-wise, but it's June 30th, evening. June 30th late night, July 1st morning. It's confusing, I know, but I'm on the East Coast. West Coast is still in June 30th, so it may say July 1st on the title, but up in the top, but down on the bottom underneath it'll say June 30th, because that is the date in the West Coast. And of course, a lot of these sites come from Silicon Valley, California. So, and that includes YouTube, who I think is through Google. No, not sure. It's either Google or Yahoo, or everything's merging, so I forget. Well, that's all for tonight. Have a good night, and we'll be back tomorrow for the Mikey Report.